Hello guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of All About Us. I'm your host, Pamela Houston, and I have your co-host here, Jessica. We're here at BurgerIM with Wes.
And you can come join us to see all about BurgerIM.
And thank you for coming back to watch us another episode of All About Us. My name is Pamela Houston, and I'm here with
Jessica Jones.
And guys, we are here at BurgerIM with Mr. Wes himself. We're just going to sit with him and kind of talk to him about how he got started with this company. So, Mr. Wes, what was your motivation for establishing your own business?
So, motivation, the ultimate goal is time.
Time.
And that's essentially all I'm trying to acquire. As much time as I can to do whatever it is I want. Now, of course, under that umbrella of time, you can build generational wealth, you can educate, you can help support other entrepreneurs that's trying to, get their platform off the ground. You can make money, you can, have a certain lifestyle that you want, all these things can come under that umbrella of time. So
definitely. So what makes you want to become a part of BurgerIM?
The concept. And I tell a lot of people I'm in the restaurant business really by the default. It could have been any concept that made sense.
Yeah.
And so when I came across BurgerIM, the concept, the initial fee to get in, just the ability to kind of put my own personal twist on it, which is not usual when it comes to a franchise.
Definitely.
So all those things played a factor, and it was just a green light for me.
Yeah, I understand that.
And so you still have your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Being a firefighter, so how are you able to juggle your 9 to 5 and being a business owner?
It's easy. I don't sleep. That's, no, seriously, it's everything is scheduled. So of course, being a firefighter, we work 24 on, 48 off here in Dallas, and so
we said it's a lot.
So you try and get your sleep whenever you can. That next morning when I get off, everything is kind of clockwork. Whether I hit the gym, or I take a quick nap.
You still going to the gym too?
I'm still hitting that iron.
Oh, goodness.
Get up, get your little breakfast, get to running around, get whatever you gotta get from the store, come to the restaurant, open up. A lot of times my manager or my bartender's there here, so they'll open up for me. And then from there, like I said, you just know it all. At this point, everything just runs on all. You know what you have to do each day, what you got to do, and so forth. So just being real disciplined and detailed with your schedule.
So that brings up the next question. Your team. Yeah, I heard you say your manager, the bartender.
Correct.
So how important is it to have that team?
Extremely. So here's the thing: a good manager knocks out about 85% of your headache.
Yes.
And because, like I said, when it comes to any business or any franchise, you don't have to be a master at everything. But you do need people around you that are masters at certain
Look at that. I like that.
And once you get to a point after, you do your weaving out process, you hire slow, but you fire fast.
Yeah.
And you have a good foundation of workers, employees, and manager. And then from that point, it just turns into a system. It kind of runs on its own. You build the trust with them. And then there's that comfort level to where, okay, I don't have to be here at 9 a.m. I may show up about 3 p.m. I check the cameras. They've already opened up. They cut everything on. This is rocking and rolling. Then I show up, just kind of, make sure everything's cool. And then I can run my errands. So
make sure money went right.
Right. So a good team, you can leverage your time, and now you can, leverage your work ability, and now you have time to do whatever else you got to do that day.
Yeah, and I feel like we need to talk about that, elaborate on that a little bit more. Like, how hard was it for you to let go of the strings of some of the things that you had to do here at your location? Like, was it easy or was it hard?
Because nobody's going to do it the way you do it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to raise your child the way that you want to raise your child. So it's a comfort level, and which basically what you're doing is trying to replicate another you. So how you would run things in here, your manager has to mimic your same flow and same concept. So, and it's, it's, especially when it's your first one, you want to be here. You want things to go a certain way. So it's not easy.
Was that a time frame? So meaning the time frame, how long did it take you to find the right people? You said
it was
it
was a
Yeah.
weaving out process. I would say at least a good year.
Oof.
That's hiring, observing,
Yeah.
Patient.
bad traits, bad behavior, attitude. The energy is off. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, just it is what it is. So.
But I think that would be expected. I mean, because
Oh, yeah.
within that
Yeah.
year, you're still trying to figure out things
Mhm.
and
Oh,
figure
yeah.
out how your workflow is. So, do you plan at any moment to leave your 9 to 5 or?
Yeah,
just
so
continue
for
on?
me, the ultimate goal is to walk away. And I respect the craft of firefighting, I
Yeah.
respect the profession. But when it comes to being an entrepreneur and having a 9 to 5, it's the zoo and it's the jungle. You know,
Yeah.
the zoo looks like
I
the
like that.
jungle.
Yeah.
They
You
come
see
to
grass, you see
Mhm.
terrain, you know, I get fed 3 times a day. But
Yeah.
in the jungle, you know, it's feast of famishes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So sometimes you gotta go get the meal.
Mhm.
Sometimes the weather gonna change on you. Sometimes you by yourself. Sometimes you might run into a pack.
Mhm.
I tell a lot of people, you know, it's either swim or drown. And if you can't swim, learn how to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to adapt. And so
Mhm.
that certain blood that pumps through your veins when you're a full-fledged entrepreneur, like
Yeah.
no safety net, like in order for me to really grasp that concept and be in that world, I have to close the door
Yeah.
for 9 to 5.
And definitely, I hear a lot of entrepreneurs say that. It's not an easy task.
Not at all.
You're either going in full force or you just don't go in at all
Yeah.
because you have to put your all into it.
And it's
You know.
healthy fear. It's
Yeah.
healthy fear, healthy
You get off work,
anxiety.
you go
Oh,
9 to 5, and then you like, I want to go to bed or I want to work.
Yeah.
Well, truth be told, at this point, I get rest when I go to the fire station.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I get
That's
rest.
Somebody can find out how to
Yeah.
get her. No, I'm
Yeah.
just playing.
So how much support do you receive, like from your family or from others in general?
Really
How-
a lot. It's been actually pretty cool. It's what I would say, this restaurant outside of selling burgers, I mean, it's really opened the door and kind of exposed a lot in regards to just the dynamics of people interaction, the support, the individuals that I've met from this little corner,
Yeah.
that came to support, just the networking and just the just the camaraderie. It's been cool, so.
Yeah.
So that goes into the next question of, you got that because one thing a lot of business owners don't do, he does it under pop-up shops
Mhm.
where he's trying to help small business.
Yeah.
How did you come about that?
So it's the art of group economics.
Mm.
And, I'm not one of those where, I have an unhealthy ego or, my thing is this, I have a restaurant, you might sell t-shirts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We both on the same level. Let's
Yeah.
not get it confused. I'm trying to get my platform up, you're trying to get your platform.
Definitely.
And so I use my platform to help other people, get their platform off the ground.
Yeah.
It's just, honestly, it's just simple. It's just group economics. And it doesn't have to be this Chinese arithmetic or something. Nah, so a lot of times when I do pop-up vendors display, if it's a big event,
Mhm.
there may be a small vendor fee for what it's worth. But normally, I just tell vendors to show up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it may be an organization
Mhm.
that they want to host kind of like a fundraiser and they want to do a pop-up vendor. Well, they can come here and just host it for free.
Wow.
Oh,
And
he
so-
said the key word, free.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I'm not going to charge you to bring me customers.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. What I'm saying?
Mm.
So
And it's that whole concept of there's enough money for everybody.
yeah, everybody
you know?
can use group economics.
So you don't have to
Yeah,
be selfish in what you've established here.
Exactly.
You can always help the other person.
Exactly.
So have you received that support from the minority community?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's cool when your culture pulls up on you, and,
Yeah.
and they, and it's even cooler when your name is mentioned in circles
Yeah.
that you're unaware of,
Mm-hmm.
and then those individuals pull up like, "Hey, I heard about you through so and so,"
Wow.
and then you may not know so and so, but then they say, "Well, he's friends with," and it's like, "Oh wow!" So now you can see how your your name and just your establishment is really getting out there. So yeah, no, the support it's been great. Like I said, it's whenever your family
Yeah.
shows up,
That's the biggest thing, having your family show up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It always make you move a little different. Your
Oh,
smile
yeah,
is a
oh,
little
yeah.
bit different.
Yeah.
You know,
Help
you have
yourself.
yeah,
The round down.
It's always good.
Is there anything that you would do different right now where you're at?
Anything that I would do different.
to have gotten where you're at right now?
I would say put a halt on the pandemic. You know?
I wish we had.
You know, it's because that's the thing. It's business. I mean, business happens sometimes. Sometimes a pandemic happens. Sometimes your equipment goes out. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm here for a reason, and you know, there's a bigger lesson in the midst of this part of this restaurant.
Yeah.
And just everything I'm doing. So I wouldn't have done nothing different. You know, it's. I mean, nothing's by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like I was meant to be right here in between you all having this interview. So everything was right on track.
Okay.
So what advice for any up and coming entrepreneurs, what advice could you give them?
My favorite, I guess you could say, quote or saying, at some point you have to jump out the window, parachute in your hand, and figure it out on a free fall. You know, just it is what it is. A lot of times we have the tools to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally done the research. We lined everything up. We get right to the window, and we don't jump.
Yeah.
Because
fear.
Because fear is real.
Yeah.
Anxiety is real.
Yeah.
But that comes with the territory. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, it's going to be healthy fear, healthy anxiety. Your morning's different. Your sleep is different. Your moods goes up and down. But you know, it builds a certain immunity when it comes to the healthy stress that comes with building a business or a portfolio. And so just sometimes you got to jump. Sometimes you have to execute on fear.
Yeah, definitely.
It is what it is.
So now we want you to just kind of plug a little bit about BurgerIM. You know, where y'all at,
All right.
times, IG.
Yeah.
Also, you know something we didn't mention? The kickback.
The kickback.
Oh, we didn't mention the kickback.
Gotta let us know.
So let us know
What's
about the
going
kickback.
on here?
So essentially, like I said, go real quick, BurgerIM West End, 1722 North Market Street on the corner of Market and Corbin. Downtown Dallas in the West End, historic West End area.
Yes.
West End.
You can find us on Instagram, BurgerIM_West End. You can contact the restaurant 972-707-7400. This is a boutique hamburger restaurant, different patty options, lamb, beef, chicken, turkey, veggie. We have wings, we have a full bar. We have a lot of local liquor houses that are sponsored at this bar. Shout out to the good people over at Deception.
Okay.
Shout out to the good brothers over at Tequila with Friends.
Yes.
And the atmosphere, what I call this is a forever kickback. It's not the club, respect to the club, but that's not what I'm selling. It's a vibe, it's an energy, it's a real chill, laid back, just no pressure. And so I normally do events throughout the week, and it kind of goes with the concept. I have an R&B night on Tuesday. The Real Arnez, she performs. On Fridays, I have Thank God It's Friday, Forever Kickback. A buddy of mine, DJ GS. He DJs on that day, every Friday. At least twice a month, I do a pop-up vendor display where, of course, in front of the restaurant, I have vendors just all the way lying around the patio, selling their products, their services, and just, you know, out here that whole group economics, the exchange of commerce and so forth. So, but yeah, it's an energy, it's a vibe. I'm more than just selling a product, I'm gonna sell a memory.
West the vibe. He's West the vibe.
Vibe always.
I'm sorry. A vibe called West. Okay.
So y'all make sure y'all come out and check the vibe at BurgerIM with Mr. West. Like he said, it's a whole vibe. Thank you once again for tuning in to this episode of All About Us. I'm Pamela, and this is
Jessica.
We're here with Mr. West. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in with All About Us. You're here with Pamela Houston, Jessica Jones. We just finished interviewing West at BurgerIM. Just know we had a great time today interviewing him.
Make sure you guys tune in to the next episode of All About Us, guys. Thank you.